Nice, everyone. I hope you guys are doing really, really well. We've got Patrick, we have Mel saying hi, we have Kim, long time, we have Meme, we have Claire, we have Nigella, we have Harsh, Rashma, Ayono, Andy, RJ, Laura, which Laura, we have a lot, Barry, we have me, we have Kelvin, we have Alvin, we have Mel, we have David, we have Claire, Jack, Jano, so many. So well done on that. Yeah. So you can see the time is going crazy right now with our beautiful market going on. And it kind of like exactly where we want. So let's start sharing my screen right now to talk about what's going on with the market right now. Cool. Hi, David. Now let me just share my screen. Today we're going to talk about three things, by the way. The first thing we're going to talk about some of the stocks that we recommended before as well. The second thing we're going to talk about some trades, some analysis of the cattle trades and so not cattle, I mean beef, cattle, coffee, things like that. And we're gonna talk about what's going on with the market right now. Is it good time to buy right now, or is it not good time to buy? Because remember, when the good time to buy, literally, life change. And also, we're going to talk about some of your homework at the end of the sessions as well. So we're going to keep it short and sweet, hopefully in an hour today. Cool. So let's get straight hi Foster. So let's go. Hi Janos. Thanks for sharing. So let's go straight into it right now. So these are the trades that we kind of recommended some time ago as well, and some of you, got in there as well. You can see, last week we recommend oops, where's it gone? Last week we recommend Air Scrupter, just last week you saw that this is 10th of November. I think it's last week. The reason why I recommended that is because what is that? Previous range 160, 170, and it says it's coming down. So that's kind of what happened. So first for all, yeah, so some students get into add sculptors as well. You can see where we, yeah, it's actually been coming down quite nicely as well. Some students already got on it right from the what's that called? When you do the homework on the week four video training. Yeah. And we talked about last week. So well done as well. Some students also get into ironwood. I think ironwood stock. It's not 9G. Ironwood. If sometimes if the stock is not available, what you can do, you can look at other platforms. Okay, you can look at other platforms. The market closing only. Yeah, sometimes stock is not available. You can look at other platforms. You can see this has been going sideways, which is quite okay. Increase from 29031 from 260 up 11%. 11% is okay. It would be nice to be up a little bit more. Yeah, and so on and so forth. Like we got into some of the trades is eventually it's gonna go to the places that you want. Eventually, let's look at Wolf Speed. How is Wolf Speed going on since last time? Yeah, we recommended that. It's been coming down like that as well. And some of just April. And some of these trade energy, core Michelin and stuff like that. Yeah. And like BM European, that was just before B Dave Buster, Max Car, stuff like that. Yeah, that's just in September time. So students already been doing that and they've been seeing some progress as well, which is quite kind of like nice to see. I think someone sent me. Yeah. So yeah, some progress as well. You can see some of the traits. The Russell, the Guy, the Lena, the RB, the Dave, the Car, the BM European, the German, the SEB. Out of so many, there are one or two that don't go to the way that you want, but eventually you should be doing it quite nicely. This is what happens when you do stocks. You buy and you forget about it. You choose a really, really right time to buy and you forget about it. As simple as that. Yeah. So you can see some week ago we recommend some other stocks like beef, like cattle, because of this interview. So we also recommend cattle as well. So you can see cattle. This is just some time before. Cattle was just a huge spike going on. So it's been coming down quite nicely like that. That's what happened to cattle. Cattle is like a beef. Cattle just depends on cattle. It just depends on the disease of the cattle to see if it's limited or not, or just depends on tariffs as well. The price of the cattle also depends on you. making more cattle, making more beef, and it takes time to the more that you have, eventually. So cattle is an okay, is a because eventually we do want to keep the inflation down. That what Trump's is saying. So we go on it. And then you can see there's a peak there's a peak spike in the volume and it's coming back down soon. So if I'm gonna get in again, we want to get in again during the big spike of volume. That's a resistance line. Yeah. If it comes up there, then going in a short position is kind of fine. Now, this is not trading and this is not investing anymore. This is like leverage trading. So you have to kind of learn how to read your Bollinger Band. You can see this is away from the Bollinger Band. It pounds back up. And Bollinger Band is like a band. When it reaches here, you bounce back up like that. Yeah. So if it comes back around here, I would say 2, 2, 3, 2, bounce back up again, then maybe shorting that is quite fine. Remember, when we talk about want the stocks to come down, stock doesn't come down like a rocket like that. Yeah, there's always a pullback going in and going out. Yeah. So why do we get into the trade? You can see there's a spike of volume here. You can see the spike of volume. This is a sell, and then suddenly there is a big spike. So some students already go out of the trade. A lot of you already got out of the trade just right there. So even if you didn't get out, it's fine. So yeah, because eventually, if you look at because right now a lot of things that we are doing right now, as much as we are using our strategies that's been going through, so a lot of things that we are doing right now actually can be affected by so using some percentage of your money, like 5%, 10% of your money, like this guy on 20 hours ago, for example, he literally said this.
The coffee comes up. They say affordability. This stuff was all much more expensive. We have a couple of items like coffee, which is a little high. We're going to get that down. You saw that today. The coffee comes down. Remember when I first took over eggs?
So that's what happened. So yeah, the reason why it's been going up big time because of the tariffs going on. And then 20 hours ago he talked about this in a McDonald event. This is just 20 hours ago. This is a stream by White House. So 20 hours ago as well. So he also talked about eggs as well. Eggs used to be very, very expensive.
Third day in office, I have a news conference, and the fake news media was screaming at me, Mr. Congressman, about eggs. Remember that? I'm standing there very innocent. Oh, hello. Do you have any questions? What about eggs? What about them? They're up 4 times. I said, look, I just got here. I'm sorry. And Brooke Rollins and Department of Agriculture did a phenomenal job. And they said, don't order eggs for Easter because you won't be able to get them.
So basically, so you can see even the egg prices doesn't really come down straight away. Yeah, even when he say the egg prices are supposed to come down. So in March and etc. Yeah, in things like that you see they comes back down like that. But he actually what's I saying? So there's actually some pullback if you are able to look at the daily prices and stuff like that. You see that it's not a straight line. Yeah, it's not actually a straight line. If you look at daily prices because what we are looking at is a monthly. So you just look at the month like that. Yeah. So that's kind of what happens as well. Now, is it gonna be 100% whatever he says is gonna be true? Well, is it gonna be 100% whatever he says is gonna be true? So that means that if you go into X, for example, on March time, on April time, that means that the most important thing that needs to happen is you need to make sure you don't get stop out because the only thing that if you're using leverage, the only thing that's gonna kill people is the fact that you get stop out. Okay, it's the fact that you get stop out. It's not gonna be you get stop out means you got margin call, you get stop out. It's nice to learn about this. Yeah, for those who just knew, you probably never learn about this because it's a bit advanced. Okay, usually the most easiest way to make money is just waiting for the market to go really panicking, and then we will be going into that. Yeah, that's how we usually go into it. So the only tricky part here is that we know that the market doesn't go in a rocket. It doesn't go like a rocket. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down like that. So you have to give the room for it to breathe a little bit. So the more important thing is not to get stop out. Yeah. So and unless so if you're gonna get stop out, so you need to make sure that you're resistant. Like some people will be like, if I get into cattle here, where will be my resistance line? My resistance line will be the highest price ever. Actually, there shouldn't be a resistance line, but just because in this strategy you kind of want to have a long-term perspective of it, but sometimes it's good to know how much are you willing this is the thing. Fear comes from not knowing what's going to happen. So knowing what's the worst case situation that's going to happen is quite nice. So whenever I always get into a trade, whenever I tell my students, my apprentices students, whenever you get into a trade, you always want to make sure what is the worst case situation that's going to happen. For example, on live cattle, if you go into the trade kind of here, 2390, you want to think about what's the worst thing that's going to happen. Maybe you're going to come all the way to the resistance line. That's 255. So 255 to 240, 255 to 240, let's say 1,000 pips. Let's say 1,000 pips. So if you put a 0.01, 1,000 pips, probably £100, £10. So you want to have at least £100 to £10 to cover all the way to your stop loss point. Okay. So otherwise, and then you can go away. You don't have to look at it all the time. Okay. Unless you know how to read the volume. We talked about the volume just now, where volume is we talk about it many times. Volume is a very powerful indicator where it gives you a reversal. You went up, volume spike, went down, and then there's a volume spike again, and then and it went up. You went up a little bit. So right now, what happened here is that if it comes up there, there's a volume spike. Now is a good time to short just right that. Yeah. So why do I choose this as a resistance line? I chose this as a resistance line because you can see there's a spike of volume just right here, a bunch of volume. So this could be a resistance line. So it could go up there before it come back down like that. Yeah. This is just a little bit precise and a little bit helpful. If we want to get into a certain stock, sometimes doing a little bit of this will help as well. But if when you do a stocks later on, we're literally just gonna click the button because stocks we yeah, it's just a lot more reliable. Yeah. Same thing with coffee actually. So once he done with cattle, so recently the latest thing he talked about is actually coffee. Yep, I think that's the latest thing that he talked about. Also orange juice as well. Also coca. So let's have a look. Coca's as well. So we always back test to see what happened last time, so you kind of see what's gonna happen later on. So this is Coca, New York Coca, pretty straightforward. You can see that in the past 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. This is actually the day. So before that, he was talking about he wants to pass a legislation to be to drop the tariffs for for a lot of these groceries. And then during this time, kind of what happened. This is on Friday is where the news comes in and say they actually cut the tariffs. So naturally, in trading and investing, we have a very powerful thing we always do opposite of what happened in the news. Okay, so for example, we call it buy the rumors and sell the news. So usually, okay, before gonna cut the tariffs, people were trusting it, trusting it, trusting it, trusting it. But when the tariffs actually cut, it's gone. Same thing with same week, normally there's an overreaction of things going on. People pull it back. Normally there will be a pullback going on. Same thing with anything. The more you look at it, the more you will understand. Like iPhone 17, when it comes out, a lot of people are hyping it, hyping it, hyping it. The moment it comes out, the stock will drop because we call it buy the rumors and sell the news. So it tends to do the opposite. So Trump is going to cut the taxes, and then when it comes out, things goes out like that. Or why do we have to listen to him? Okay, why do we have to listen to him? It's not that we listen to him. It's just that it's nice because he's actually one of the most powerful. Our strategies would definitely work big time, but because he's one of the most obviously he's the president of the country, so he can detect a lot of things what's going to happen. As I said before, this crash is actually caused by him. He's actually one who caused the crash. He literally come out to the newspapers and say, you know what, guys, everyone has 100% tariffs, and it comes out like that. This is exactly the reason why he stopped the crash. He came out and say, you know what, guys, we're actually not going to have tariff, and then went back out. And then went back up. So a lot of things can actually be caused by him. So, but we have a strategy. But things doesn't happen straight away. You couldn't be like, oh, it's gonna happen straight away. It can't happen straight. It takes time. So even though he says it's gonna finish, it doesn't come out straight away. There's another pullback. You can see the red button, another pullback, scaring people, and then another big pullback, another scaring people. The 5 days of pullback. When he says it's time to buy stocks, when it's time to no more tariffs, the 5 days of pullback, another pullback. Can you see there's a pullback? So it's not like a rocket. So you're not going to expect things, like see things like a rocket. Let me just show you a little bit. A lot of people expect things like, oh, okay, no more tariffs, rocket. No. So what happened here is that there's a pullback. It's like, wow, suddenly, oh, what's going on? What's going on? There's always a pullback going on. Stock is like that. Stock is not, it's not a straight line. So what is really, really helpful is once you have a long-term perspective or something, you are very confident with something, you already know you're not gonna get stop out. What happened here is that you just go away usually. Yeah. So so that's kind of what happened. And or you don't look at your profit and loss. What really helps is you don't look at the profit and loss, because if you look at too much profit, you want to close your trade. You know you too little profit, you want to close your trade. So you get too emotional if you attach money into it. Really important trading, investing psychology later on. Sometimes when I make 100K, I will be like, just for the sake, or when students make 100K, 1 million, or whatever that is, people will be like, oh, let's just close the trade because it's 100K. That is just your perspective. Yeah. So 100K doesn't mean anything. You want to close the trade when the volume spike, etc. But let's go to coffee a little bit, just to see how we trade coffee. It's nice to see, so you can kind of know what actually happened. So that's what happened. So when you look at coffee, you can see that coffee has a very strong resistance line. Coffee resistance line is always around there, 4,400. Okay, that's a resistance line. And there's also a support line, a very short-term kind of support line. This has been support line for the past 2020-25, for the past 1 year. Coffee is always having this support line just around 26366 something. Yeah, this is a support line. Okay, so how do you confirm this is a support line? You look at the volumes as well. Okay, you look at the volume. How do you confirm this is a resistance line? You can see the volume spike here. Just pretend you can't see it. The volume spike here. So you're gonna be like, okay, whenever the stop reaches here, these chances are it's going to come back down, because there's a lot of orders there. So when there's a lot of orders there, some orders are not going to get executed. So when the price reach that price again, people remember that thing. So you're going to come back down again. So this is a good resistance line. Okay. So you like that, 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 like that. So yeah, there's another kind of like a spike of volume here. So the spike of volume here, you kind of be like, okay, this volume is just right here. Yeah, spike of volume kind of here. So this could be a support lines as well. Okay. And then going on, going on, going on, going on, going on. Yep, there's kind of another spike here, another top, showing you that, this could be a really strong, this is a green candle, wrong resistance lines as well, coming down. Remember, it's resistance line is not one line, by the way. It's a zone. It's a zone. So what do you mean by a zone? That means it's like this. It's a zone. A lot of people think it's a one line, but it's a zone of a line you think is gonna hit. Okay, it's not one exact. It's not one exact. It's not one exact point. Oh, the price is 200, the price is 300. No, it's not a one exact point. A lot of other people, they might teach you that it's an exact point. No, it's actually a zone of orders. So we call it, when it come to resistance line, we dollar cost averaging, we add positions step by step. When it comes to the support line, we dollar cost averaging, we sell our position step by step. But let's carry on. So it's kind of like that, and then it's kind of like that, and then there's a resistance line, and then the latest one is kind of right here. If I show you, sometimes if you can't see the volume properly, you can go to hourly, you can see some volume kind of going on. So you can see, if you can't see anything, just right there. If you can't see anything, you can see there's a sudden spike of a volume. This is like the highest volume we ever seen for a very long time. There's a sudden spike of volume coming in. This is actually when he announced that, coffee is actually too expensive. So we actually post in the Instagram groups as well. So it's around, or some other groups. So it's around 40 to around 41. This is a nice entry, even 39. So it's just around there. So you want to draw a line there. Let me remove all. Okay, okay, let's just change another line. So you want to draw a vertical line there to tell you that this could be another strong resistance line later on. Okay. So a lot of sellers are coming in as a sign for reversal, because when the price goes up, a big spike of volume, the price normally comes back down. Okay, big spike of volume. So which it did. So when it spiked down, it doesn't spike like a rocket. By the way, there's always a pullback. So there's a pullback. So there's some pullback kind of going on, kind of like hesitant, like that going on there. Okay, so that's kind of what happened. And it came back down like that, came back down like that, came back down like that. This is on the hourly chart. Usually when minute chart, okay, come back down like that, come back down like that, come back down like that. So usually we go to minute charts as well. Let's have a look. Um, just because so that you can see things in a clearer way. So let's just go back there. Yeah. So this is the dip. So you do see things in a clearer way. You can see there's a spike here, the spike of volume. Just be a little bit more precise. So you know this is the level of a strong resistance line. It's around 3940. Okay. This is when next time when the price comes back to 40 again, the chances it might come back down. Okay, a zone of line, remember. So this is a very big spike. A lot of people are coming in here. A lot of orders coming in. Some orders are not going to get executed, but let's continue. So it came back down, 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 like a normal, like a normal. We want to see a crazy spike of volume. So like a normal. So you will see there's some volume. Now volume is not just one because this is 10 minutes. So you kind of combine kind of like things together. Yeah. So volume a little bit like that. This is okay. This is okay. Yep. So you can see at this position, you can see a lot of consolidation happening right now. Let's just go to let's say a smaller time frame, let's say even 2 minutes. So let's just go back there. So you can see just before that, yep, there's a spike of the volume just right here, a sign of reversal coming back down. Whoops. Yep, going up, reversal like that. And then, yep, so you can see there's a spike of volume just right there. And then, but this volume is higher than that, so that's okay. And we want this is a real selling volume, okay, because this volume is higher. So you want kind of this volume to be equivalent to this or higher than that. So just like that, just like that, just like that, just like that. And this is around 600, okay, 600. I'm just telling you behind the scene. So suddenly there is suddenly, okay, this is okay, okay. So it's coming back down like that and coming back down. Okay, so you can see, so the spike of volume like that. So it's a reversal. Let's start from the beginning. Reversal coming back down like that. So here is a toy coming back down. A little bit of pullback going on. A little bit of toy coming back down. A little bit of pullback going on. So if we go to if we go to mini chart, so like that, like that, like that. We go to mini chart, mini chart. Okay, cool. Let's go to 1 minute chart so you can see in the proper ways as well. Okay, so yeah, this is a little bit more. So you can see the spike of volume. This big spike, you can see it goes up. This big spike is a sign of reversal because before that was like that. So it takes time to reverse. It's not immediately. So it's like that. So if this is a big strong for reversal, that means this is a really strong resistance lines as well. Yeah. And then if I can't see, okay, so there's here. So we have 3, 8 just right there, just around that. So you can see there's a spike of volume here. Normally, even though when the spike of volume happen, sometimes things doesn't reverse straight away. Yeah, sometimes things doesn't reverse straight away. It takes their time to come back down first before it start reversing. Like S&P 500 is the same. When the spike of volume happen, it doesn't reverse straight away. It comes back a little bit down before it start reversing. But let's continue here. But if you remember, okay, let's just continue like that, and then it came back down like that. So what line is this? This is actually the line of our support line that we drawing on the daily chart. Okay, this is our support line. But even if before we draw that, you will be like, okay, this is going down like that, going down like that. And then suddenly you saw a big spike of volume going on. So the market has been consolidating like that, consolidating like that, and then it's going nowhere. So when you see this spike of volume coming in, you want to be like, wow, maybe there's a change of direction going on because lower like that, quiet like that, suddenly the big spike, not just one, 250 plus another 150. So some people take some positions here. Actually, a lot of our students do take positions here now, 3660, which is quite good as well. I will show you the positions kind of later on. Some people take some positions here because they see some spike of volume there. Um, but let's continue. So it's going on. This is going on like that, going on like that. And then when we are going on here as well, you will see that consolidate. When you consolidate like that, another spike of volume, it's best to backtest it because the same thing can happening. So you consolidate like a spike of volume there. So it comes to 3, 8, and then it's a coming back down a little bit, coming back down, coming back down, coming back down, coming back down a little bit. And then suddenly there's a going on of volume just right there. Yeah, there's a spike of volume here. This is probably one of the highest, 182. 182 is not just one. You want to combine this together, combine a little bit of because if I change to 5 minute chart, it will be the whole one lump sum. So it's a spike of volume here going on. So before was coming back down, spike of volume going back up. This is what happened, going back up like that, going back up like that. And then finally it goes to 3.9, and then you see at least 3.9. This is when people do not know how to read volume. When they don't have a one-to-one mentorship, they don't know what's going to happen because there's a spike of volume here, but they see this volume, they get scared. Some people got scared. 3900, but people who know how to read the volume, 3900. If you leave the group, it's also some time to add some positions. Some students do add positions, so it came back down like that, and then this is giving you some sell volume. So today was just around there going on. Yeah, you're just around there. So that's kind of what happened. So if you look at daily chart, if you look at the big picture, so if you look at what happened usually, it came back down and then it pulled back up, and then it came back down and it's a pull back up, and then now it's in the middle. Now it's kind of in the middle, kind of Fibonacci level. Yeah. So if you ask me, Raven, what would you do? I was if he comes back to 40K, I might add a little bit more positions just right there on. Yeah, just right there on. We talk about some positions kind of going on. Some students kind of already sold some positions when they said you can see they close at 372, 372, 373. That's a volume spike just right there. You can see the volume spike was spiking at three, yep, just around here. The volume spike here, 373. So some student was selling at around here because it's a volume spike because they were shorting, coming back down, and there's some volume spike just right there. Yeah, 373, 373, 373, like that. Cool. So that's kind of what happened. But if you didn't close, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine because eventually, with not much crazy things happen, it should continue to come down to at least. So the rate, what will be your target take profit point? The take profit point, if it is super kind of long, the take profit point is actually just around 30K. Yeah, because the tariffs for coffee is 10%. Trump has another coffee, 40% on Brazil. He hasn't removed that yet. If he removes that, that will be a lot easier. Now he just removed 10% on the coffee. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. So he still have one big thing that he hasn't removed that yet. So if he removes that, you can see there's a kind of a big spike down like that going on. Yeah. So that's kind of what happened. Yeah. So and if I personally, when would I be adding position at the top just right here, the resistance line at the top of the resistance line, just right there. That's kind of what happened. Where would I take my profit? I will take my profit just when there's a lot of spike of volume. You can see there's a spike of volume here. Yeah, just this big line here. This could be the one resistance line. And then there is some let's see. Yep, there's some support line. You can see in the whole 1 year time, this support line has been here for the whole year. Let's have a look. Let me change the color of this to like blue. Is that blue color here? Yeah, the blue color just right here. Yeah, this blue color just right here. Doing, 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 doing. But when it comes to really placing trades using our stocks later on, using our strategy when extreme greed, everything happen later on, it's not gonna be anything like that. It's literally just gonna be clicking the button and you click forget password and you see your money compound like that. Yeah, because if you zoom it out properly, the US 500, if you zoom it out properly, yes, is crazy here, but as soon as we buy, we don't look at it anymore. Okay, we don't look at it anymore. So as soon as you go into it, look at it anymore. You just let it flow, you just let it run. You can still today you can see the stock has been crushing it, 53%. It's been crushing like that. Exactly like what we've been okay, now let's do analysis of S&P 500. Is it good time to go all in and buy some stock right now? Okay, let's talk about this at this moment in time. Okay, so let's have a look here right now. Awesome. Cool. Let's go into straight now. This is the real money. This is where people change their life using stocks. Okay. And that just now I was just showing you normally I show to students on a higher level, just to show students on a higher level how to actually time your profit using, that you use 10% of your money, 5% of your money, and that's when you're bottom trade. And then that's just, and also how to use volume a little bit, maybe higher level. Now let's go back into this right now. Is it a good time? Because this, if you go on it, you can see it went up big time, really, really nicely like that. Very, very smooth curve. Stocks is the easiest way to make money. Just now, what I did just now is like going back to Forex again, where you're going through a little bit of things like that. Yeah. Hence, a lot of beginners, when they start Forex trading, is a bit crazy. So the stocks is so much more reliable because it's like a straight line. Okay, let's start this right now. You can see no matter what happened to the economy, World War One, World War Two, financial crisis, Corona crisis, tariff crisis, eventually it's gonna go up big time. Very reliable, very safe. Okay, now let's talk about what's gonna happen right now. Let me just remove everything. So we go through step by step again. So you can see we always draw our step two. This is our resistance line just right here. It's telling you that the best time to go all in is when it comes to 6K. Okay. That you want to sell your house and go all in if it comes to around 6K. Or even sell your house, that's crazy. Yeah, because your house is not gonna grow so much in prices. You can look at the, your house is not gonna make so much money compared to this, a lot faster and more reliable. So yeah, so that's what happened when it comes back down there. What about right now here? Guys, right now the stock market is having a discount of how long? Let's have a look. Today is 18th of, oops, I stopped sharing my screen. That's crazy. Okay, let's start again. So what I was saying just now is that this is S&P 500. Okay, it's been going up really, really nicely. World War One, World War Two, World War Three, World War Four. No matter what happened, eventually it's gonna go up. Eventually, yes, temporarily it might come down. Yes, temporarily people might get really, really scared, but eventually it's gonna go up big time. That's the first part. The second part here is that go to daily time frame. So that's what happened. Yeah, okay. So we are saying that if it comes back down here based on our trend line, if it comes back to around 6,000, just on this line, this could be a nice support line. That's where you will be want to be like, wow, that could be a nice time to get in. But even it comes here, there's a chance that, this definitely you want to put some position in here. Okay. It might not be the bottom because it's not still not super cheap, but adding some position is fine. How many discount do we have right now from the market? The market was 6.9, now it's 6.6. 3 divided by 6.9. 3 divided by 6.9. How much is that? It's around 5% discount. We're having 5% discount right now from the market. Okay, if you buy right now. Okay. So if your hand is itchy, okay, if your hand is itchy, I recommend students to actually put some position on the 1st of September time. As I said, put around 10% of your position on 1st of September time on your ISA account, on your invest account. Okay. So this is where we recommend on VUAA. Okay, VUAA or even IGUS, both is fine because pound and dollar is a very similar price right now. Yeah, almost at parity right now. So that's kind of what happened. Putting around 5%, 10% of your money on VUAA. Some people who wants to get a better deal, you can get into some stocks like Meta, for example. Let's have what happened to Meta. So Meta right now is crashing all the way down to the price where we were in 12th of March. So this is a tariff spike. It's coming all the way down to the tariff spike right now. Okay. The PE ratio of Meta right now, I think is 28. Let's go to PE ratio. Meta PE ratio historical. Yeah, meta ratio appears 21 actually. Yeah, 21 in November 14. Today is November 18 though. Probably lower than that now. How do I get the latest one? On Trading 212, they give you the latest one. Okay, let's go in there. Just trying to see what's the latest PE of Meta. Some website is gonna give you. You can reference a lot of different website. I think Trading 212 they give you just at the bottom there. Let me have a look. Or even finviz.com, they just give you just right at the bottom there, the PE. Let's see what is it now, just for the sake of doing it. The PE of Meta is 25 on Trading 212. What about Finviz? Let's have a look. Meta. This guy is 26. What about let's look at other website. Guru Focus is cute as well. Yahoo Finance chart. I kind of like finance charts as well. So Guru Focus, the Meta, right now is at 26. Yeah, 25, 26, where we are right now. So you can see the historical low was around 14. Okay, around 14. 26. 26 is still in the okay middle price right now. Okay, 26 would just be around there. Okay, so we want to be at least like, is it, what is it? Let me have a look. So Meta usually in April was around 2019 on, let me have a look. Wow, this is a very good website. It's called Finance Charts. Okay. Um, so most students don't know this. So you can see, let's just do 5 years. Let's not be greedy. Obviously, you come to eight. This is doing TikTok time. You come to eight, you come to 10. This is TikTok time. This is a lot of our students got in there. This is a TikTok time. This is a time where Apple changed their function where you have to ask for permission now to give your details to Meta. And yeah, TikTok comes and people are very scared Meta is gonna go down. So it's from eight, the PE. So today the PE, what date is that? 17 Monday, this is Tuesday. So it's around 26. Okay, that's what we saw. And on April is 19. So it's okay, but it's not the cheapest. Okay. The cheapest will just be around here. This is 20. 20 times the EPS, and then you get the price to buy now. What is the EPS? Let's have a look. The EPS of this guy is, let's say the EPS is 22. So 22 times 20, 22 would just be around, probably around 500. Okay. 500. So if you remember how to calculate the price to buy, it's around 500. So 550 would just be here. Okay. So if you buy now, there's a chance that it might come all the way down there. Okay. Buy now is the chances might come all the way kind of down there. Yeah. And we using our strategies as well, if you remember in the beginning of the year, Google was getting crashed big time. Why Google getting crashed? Because they say ChatGPT is coming in. No one using Google anymore. So Google go to historical low in terms of the PE. You can see PE is 35, 32, 31 in 2020 in 22nd of November. It went to 17 and then it went up again. And then suddenly in April time, it went to around 17 again, historical low again, using our strategy. Some of our students bought this as well. Using our strategy, guess who bought it as well? Warren Buffett actually bought it as well. Warren Buffett didn't buy it there. He bought it a bit higher. He bought it like July, June, August time because the PE was at historical low. Also, the growth rate of this company are still there. Yeah, you can see our strategy are so powerful that let me have a look. Let me have a look. So if I go to Finviz, what do I want to show you? I want to show you. Yep. Buffett bought what's that called? Alphabet. Okay, go to Data Roma. Data Roma. So you go to Data Roma. Yep, this is just Warren Buffett company. So you can see the latest one. I click home for those who are new, if you want to know. I click home and then where are we? I click home. And then you can see a lot of other people. And we just click Warren just right here. So that's what happened. Okay, this is the latest one, I think. Is it the latest one? Activity. Let's look at activity. Activity. So the 30th of September. Okay, let's have a look. So quarter three. This is what he did on quarter three. So on quarter three, what he did, he sold more Apple, he sold more things. 14% of Apple, there's billions. 6% of Bank of America. So he sold a lot of stocks as well. Okay. This is quarter three means probably between June to September time. Okay, June to September time. And then and then he added one position, new position on his alphabet. A lot of people get really excited when he add that position. In reality, there's nothing to be excited about. I will show you why. Because if you look at it carefully, most of Warren Buffett money, 50% of his money is in top five stocks. Okay. You can see when he bought a stock, he usually buy like that. One, two, three, four, five. The rest are just wasting time. So you can see he bought like Alpha, but I don't think so. He's the one who bought it. I probably think one of his new guy bought it. Where's Alphabet? Yeah, Alphabet was just right here. It's literally 1% of his money. So if you have £100, you bought it 1%, you bought it £100, 1%, £10, £1. 100%. Yeah, £1, £1. Okay. You have £100, you put it £1. So it's not like it's not big, but it's nice to see that our powerful strategy is really powerful. Yeah. So just right at the bottom of the support of the PE ratio, you can see the historical PE ratio is always here. And there was the lowest point just right there. Yeah. Those of our students got in as well, but he got in just right there. Let's see exactly when he got in. So he got in just 1 year ago, year to date. So it's sitting from July to here. So he got in the PE, not at 16 anymore. So he's a bit late of that, but it's fine. June 2023. So that's fine. Today the PE has went to 28, one of the highest in history now. Okay. One of the highest in history now. So people will be like, Raven, is it time to buy stock right now? So I know a lot of things that we taught is really showing that so anyway, let's get straight into it step by steps as well. What about okay, so what was I saying? But adding some position like 1%, 5% of your position in to to tank it is fine. Okay. So how if I were to add position, how would I be adding it? I will look for the spike of volume to treat that as a support line. Yes, I was still going to spike of volume to treat that as a support line. You can see the last time we got some spike of volume is just right here. Okay, pretend you were here, you were buying and buying, and you'll be like selling, selling. You'll be like, oh, what's going on? There's a support here because there's a spike of volume there. So it consolidate for 2 weeks like that, and then it came back down a little bit. So there's some high volume just right here. You can see some high volume here. So this could be 50K could be a nice place to buy Meta. Okay. Um, yeah, just around 50K. The reality is if S&P 500 come down, Meta is gonna come down. Yes. If S&P 500 continue to come down, Meta is going to come down as well because Meta is a very big part of S&P 500. Yeah. So let's talk about S&P 500 right now. And so adding some position, getting ready to add some position in is okay, just a little bit, but the real position is adding it here. Remember, we cannot time exactly. It's nice to be humble to dollar cost averaging a little bit like £10, £50, £100 like that. And I mean percentage by percentage. And then a lot talking about Bitcoins as well. A lot of people talking about Bitcoin as well. You can see the strong volume spike of Bitcoin, which is around here, 8685, like 80K, just right. Like it's a zone, remember? That's a zone. So right now, Bitcoin, we still have not actually see a crazy spike of volume. So that means a lot of things we are seeing can be just faking. Yeah, it's just a breathing, market doing its own thing, just breathing like that. Because look, last time when Bitcoins are supposed to bottom, what normally happen here is that you see the volume actually come up. Okay, the volume is actually come up and very comparable. Let's say it's two, three, something like that. So it's like high up like that, high up to how many? 213, 213. So today the volume is at around 100 only. It's not even two. Okay. So the reality, the powerful people are not getting in yet. Yeah. So maybe, but adding some position on in is okay. It's not the bad thing. Adding some 1%, 2%, 3% of your position in, if your hand is itchy, that's absolutely fine. But the real money is made when we really see crazy stuff going on. So we go through the strategy the other day. Let me just go through step by step with you. Um, so this is US 500 right now. So the question is, what should we do right now? Everyone, is it good time to get in right now? Can I buy stock right now? So let's have a look step by step our strategy right now. So go to our website. Let's see. Let's go to our website to see what we've got. So just go here and then just click on our website. Where are we? Just to see whether it's time for us to get into the baby stock that we've always been looking for. So I'm gonna open all of this actually. Let's open all of that. Let's open all of that. Sentiment report, I'm gonna open that. Crypto feeling great, I'm gonna open that. National, I'm gonna open that. Market valuation, I'm gonna open that, open that. I'm also gonna open this as well. This is from Trading View. So how do I do that? Um, Actually, let's go to Trading View. So it's nice to see when the pullback happened actually. Um, Actually not this. Let's go to SP 500. What is this? Let's go to daily chart, maybe daily chart. Cool. Just look at what color. Okay, let's remove all the color here a little bit. Just look at this color. Okay, let's change this a little bit. You don't need to know how to do this, but visual order, move to pin height at setting. What is this? Let's change it to what? Symbol. Let's change it to status. What is it? That's crazy. Anyway, um, they keep changing their platform. Anyway, let's continue. So, what we are trying to do, okay, so zig and zag, you want to make sure if it's at the bottom, that means it's gonna spike up. Last time on 13th of October, this indicator, ZNBTI, market breadth indicator, when it's at the bottom, it went up. Right now, we don't really see the bottom. Maybe it hasn't updated yet. Yeah, you can see the bottom, it went spike up. The bottom is spike up. This is the last part of the indicator. This is normally for sort of the higher level zig breadth trust indicator. You can tell a lot of things by using this indicator. Can we use it on coffee? Let's have a look. Probably not, but let's see. What is it? There's so many. Oh, so potentially, okay, let's do another coffee. There's so many coffee. Let's do this. Oh, they're very similar actually. Okay, let's do this. So you can see, and it spike up there, it went up, spike up there, it went up, like that. You want to back test a little bit, spike up there, it went up, spike up there. So right now, we kind of have a little bit of a spike there. Oh, crazy, crazy, crazy. So, let's go to this, just a normal. There's so many though. I need the same thing. Yep, the spike up there, spike up like that, spike up like that. Okay, cool. Maybe it's going to refresh. So that's the first part. And the second part I want to talk about is this part. Okay. So a lot of people will be like, really in extreme fear now. Is it do something? Well, if you really, really want to, putting a little bit is fine. Okay. 1% and 10%. But this is not it. This is not it. The most important one I will show you later. Okay. So first of all, as we said before, you want the put and call ratio to be at least at April. Remember the April where it's a spike? Put means a lot of people are selling. You want a lot of people are selling. So if you sell right, if you buy stock right now, you will be the same position as people on 17th of November, 5th of November, 20th of October. 20th of October, we have a crazy, can you see? 20, where's 20th of October? Let's look. Okay, 20th of October, you kind of like that. Okay. Just a little bit there and there. Let me continue. So a little bit of there, a little bit of there, a little bit of there, a little bit of there. So you really want to see when we are around this kind of level, okay? At least 0.8, I would say, to when you start adding a lot of position on, okay? This is a really, really powerful. If I show you everything, you will see yourself. Let's do a test now. So let's do a test on put and call ratio. Actually, this website probably give it to us. Ratio, historical. So you don't just take it like that. You want to back test a little bit so you can see what actually happened. So you can see in 2 years, if I give you 3 years, whatever year that is, tell me, what would you do here? Type in the chat box. 6th of October 2023, what would you do when the put and call ratio is right at the top here? What would you do? Type in the chat box for me real quick. Mm. Let me troubleshoot me real quick. Yeah, just right at the top there. Yeah, And then so if you say, I mean, say buy, you will say buy. Can you share your screen? Screen pause. We shall say bye. Well done, Sean, Evelyn, Jano, Stan, May. We shall. I mean. Okay, cool, awesome. So and then you can see the kind of like average line around here is as well. 4th of April. I hope you say buys as well. And 12th of August, I hope you say buys as well because that's actually what happened. Actually, the graph is just here. So if you say buy, I want to say congratulations because it's actually the market bottom. Can you see? The red line is S&P 500. You will see that every time we hit on like that, things are very beautiful for us. And you see, it's almost at the bottom. Hit on like that, it's almost at the bottom. A lot of people are very crazy about this. There's nothing to be crazy about, guys. Cool. So that's about that. Yeah. So that's really, really powerful stuff. And the next one that we want to talk about is so remind me. People keep texting me. Remind me when we are on 5K. Okay. Then 5K we can start adding some positions. So 5K will just be around here. Okay. 5K just if you are higher a little bit, you will be nice. Okay. But on the fear and greed here, we will just be around 0.8. Let it be higher a little bit. Okay. Now the next one is VIX. VIX is also very powerful. VIX is how panic people are because people get panic. Usually the panic point people want to die is when the market actually bottom. But anyway, let's continue. People actually feel like dying here. This is the April time. Volatility went to really panic stage. Right now, we are on the same page as people when we were. That is on 17th of October, 10th of October, right there. Okay. You can see the chart on the 17th of October or 10th of October, which is just right there. Where 17th October, 10th of October, just right here, and just right there as well. Yeah. So you can see this is kind of a little bit of the pullback just right there. A little bit of pullback just right there. Cool. And the next one, yeah. So you can just think we're talking right now, market are down like 0.78, 0.78 like that percent. Yeah, 0.8% like that. Cool. Like, it's like going down like that. This is what happened to the market right now. Okay. This live market, by the way. Anyway, so what we're talking about right now, so that's what happened. And where are we? 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 So yeah, so really powerful. So you know exactly what's gonna happen. You can see the time. You can start dollar cost averaging when you can see the VIX is just right here. You can start dollar cost averaging when we are just right there. When we come to the resistance line going crazy, that's where you start to dollar cost averaging since April time a little bit. Even here, if you do in 3rd of April, I say congratulations. If you did it on the top here, I would say congratulations. 11th of April, I say congratulations. Right now, it's just not even at the top there. Okay. So the green color. So this one has to be, at 23. Write it down around 23, 24. Then you want to let me know. And then for our apprentices, you want to book for your one-to-one session when we're at 25 around that. Yeah. So we can put it on there. Just 24 is also can. So you want to book your session, you can put on some really powerful trades together. So for apprentices. So very, very excited for you because we're gonna go on to put trades that will many, many times, 100 times, 10 times the next cycle. The next one we're also going to talk about, just like what the next one we're going to talk about is, let me think, where are we? So that's what happened there. So let's go to the next one. Open Insider real quick. Okay, let's look at Open Insider real quick to see if anyone is actually buying things or is it just you or anyone else. Let's go to the chart just right here and you can see, yeah, so that's kind of what happened. crossover almost happened, but not there yet. Okay, not there yet. The crossover hasn't happened. Maybe tomorrow this is gonna get closer, but let's have a look. Okay, he update at 3 o'clock at midnight. Okay. So this fear and greed is actually showing us that, it's probably time for crypto. You have to back test a little bit. So you can see the last time the crypto was all the way down, or just at, what number is this? Can't even put it. My screen doesn't even go down. Okay, let's go 1 year. Yeah. So right now, crypto was just around there. There's a lot of websites that is okay kind of for crypto. So if you really want to buy crypto, this is just at the bottom here. Sometimes you get to 7. Yep, 7, a little bit. Then what is it now? It's around 11 now, probably 10, 8 as well. And then this is like quite low. So check really properly when it's at 7, when it's at 10 last time. What happened to the stock? Did the stock go up all the time during 10? Actually, let's do it now. So the last time we have is, this is okay. This is around 22nd of February. This was, Bitcoin was just at the bottom, just right there. Let me show you. Bitcoin was here, 22nd of February. Where is it? Yeah, just around there. Okay, around 80K. That's when it's at 10. Is kind of like a bottom then. March the same. Okay, this is June time. 2022 June. 2022 June will be when? Yep, was here. Crypto was around 10 to 20. So that was also a bottom for crypto when crypto was like the lowest of the lowest. Okay, just around that June time. And then what about the one at the back? Let's see. So this is June. This is January. Okay, let's see what happened in January time. 4th of January, come back a little bit here. Even May, January. So this is kind of like a bottom, but I think it continues to go down. June, January. Let's do one more time. 2021, June, January. Yeah, I think it continue to come back down a little bit. So June will just be, oh, actually it's still at the bottom. June was here. Actually, January. Yeah, January is around here. So if you bought in January, there's a pullback. Can you see? You bought it there. January, when the fear comes, there's a pullback going on there. And then there's another one on June. I hope that my date is correct. Yeah. So it's here. So June is very nice. June it did went up. So let me show you one more time. So you can see this is like May, June time. Okay. It did went up. And then the next one it comes is Jan. So this is June. This is Jan. So it went up a little bit. There's a little bit there. But it's not as low as some crazy guy or crazy people. Okay. This is really low. Okay. This is just 10. When it comes to really low price like that, just around 7 or something. I can't even zoom this in. I need to see properly. Yeah, 6. You can see 6 or 7. That's crazy. That's actually the bottom of the bottom. This one is bottom, but it pull back. This is the bottom, it pull back like that. Yeah. So let's go another one. What about this? This is March. This is 8. 8 is nice. 8. And then this, what about this? This is the last one. That's what the last one. This is September 19. So if I go to September 19, September 19. Yeah. Remember, this is also the time where a lot of our students get to trades as well. To Bitcoin, September 19. September 19. I was being interviewed at the previous Extreme Fears as well. TV. So this is here. This came back down September. This was what? 7K at the moment. So it went up. and then eventually came back down. So the conclusion here is that when it's 10, there's a chances that you might go up, yes. And but when it's at 8, 7, 6, wow, the probability of you 100% winning is a lot better. Yeah. So if you people will be like, Raven, how can I buy Bitcoin? I don't recommend you to buy Bitcoin on eToro. It's very expensive. I don't recommend you to buy Bitcoin on this platform. You if you want to buy Bitcoin, you can buy on Binance, you can buy on Coinbase, and maybe Trust Wallet. Yeah, maybe your Trust Wallet. That would be the cheapest place for you to get Bitcoin at the cheapest price. The rest of it, they just have you a lot of transaction fees. Giving you 5%, 10%, a little bit of your percentage of your portfolio in crypto is absolutely fine. Sometimes you can send money on cryptos as well. I do a lot of transaction on cryptos as well. So that's kind of what happened just right there. So Raven, what's okay? The most important part. We haven't even talked about the most important part. This is not any IM is timing is still at the high. Buy will be just here. April time. The last time it has got here is April. AIM. Okay, this is probably the most important one. When I ask you of the market valuation, guys, this is what I meant, the morning star. Okay. So this is probably the most important one because this actually tells you whether it's cheap or not. Okay. So you can see every time we are at 10, if you go in, you are going to make money. Okay. The past 5 years, past 10 years, 20 years, every time it's at 10, negative 10, even the more the merrier, you're going to make money. Okay. So that's what we got. So you would definitely want to add 50% of your position at least. If you put 100% of your position on there, I want to say congratulations. If you sell your house and get on there, I also want to say congratulations. Yeah. So let's do 1 year. So you can see, or even why, you can see no matter what happened, this is October 28. Tell the chat box October 28, 2023, when it's 12, what would you do? Or any of this, May, June 2022, all of that in 2022, what would you do? May, March, October, what is this? May, July, August, all of this. When you're any of these line, you see if you add on position on any of these line, what about just right here? When it's 10, even April 2nd, when it's 5.9 is fine. April 8th, 17, April 10, April 17, all of this line, if you bought it there, let's see what happened. Or even you just talk only. All right, let's have a look. If you bought it anywhere there, you will see this is actually a beautiful bottom, there. If you choose some really powerful stocks, you went up 600%, 500%, 100%, just like that. Yeah. And it went up really, really nicely, just right there. When it comes there, then we will be really talking about individual stocks. We wouldn't be doing index. We don't be doing all these things. We will be going to individual stocks because that's where you double your money, triple your money, 10 times your money very, very nicely, just right there. Okay. Especially when you start small. That's the easiest way to will change your life like how all of our students have done. Cool. So that's what happened. Remember, bookmark this website. This is the most important website you can ever, 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 ever need. Now, people will be like, well, what about this an AI report? We're at 49 now. 49 is a historical high? Answer is yes. Wow, it's actually yes. So the question is, if you bought in 49, oh, this is crazy. Okay, let's have a look. The last time when we have 49 was November. The last time we have 49 is September 10. Okay, so these are the high here. These are the high here. Okay, September 10. It's okay. Usually I want this to be more than 50. Okay, 55, 60. That would be nice. So if you bought in for September 9, were you going to lose money? Let's have a look. September 9, you will just be here. Yeah, September 9, you will just be where we are. Hence, I asked you to put the pending position just right there. It's okay, but it's not the best. This is where it's the best. You click download it. Download it is going to give you download that. You're going to see everything. Let's see how can I download it? You're going to see everything here. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, you're gonna see everything here. This is literally your gold mine. Let me show you the gold mine at the moment. And you can see the gold mine yourself. Cool. You can see we are now 49. You'll be like, oh, Raven is 49 high. Can I go all in now to make a lot of money now? You know, that's what happened to 49. So there's David says I will kill and go all in. So 11, 13 or 11 is here. And then we got this is 49. Let's say last time we have 49 will just be here. There was just oh well okay here 49 you can see 49 is just right here. You can see this is like no September that you saw that September just now. That's okay. But the reality, the reality, the big money comes when we are at just around here. Wow, no way, 60. Tell me, what would you do in 60? Would you make money or lose money when you do in 60? Or if you think this is powerful, just type the chat box powerful on the chat box just right there. If you think it's powerful, you'll be using this strategy. Because when you say it's powerful, you'll be using it so that you know how powerful that is. Yeah. So let me see. So Reshma is powerful, Elvis is powerful, Claire is powerful, Reshma Pokal is powerful, John is powerful, who's a panelist? Alvin is powerful, Vishal is powerful, so that just Janos. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Well done. You guys are really well. So let's have a look though. Yeah. Fourth, this is April 3rd. You see, April 3rd. Let's have a look. April 3rd. So it would just be because this comes out every week or every 2 weeks, guys. So it's not every day. So your April 3rd would just be April 3rd would just be here. I want to say congratulations to a lot of you because you have literally do what 99% of the people are not able to do. Okay? 99% of the people are looking at the sky thinking about what's gonna happen. Yeah. So I'm going to say, well done to a lot of you. That is your real deal. Okay. That's a real deal. When that happens, that's when the real deal comes. This is why we talk about, Warren Buffett talk about many times, many of my mentors talk about many times. It's not about getting in every day. Look at it. If you get in whatever that is, if you go in September time, you lost money today, guys. 18th of September, today, you lost money. You go in on 1st of October, you lost money. You go in on 9th of October, you have lost money. You go in on 29th of October when people are getting impatient. This is all crazy things happen. People talk about AI coming in, talking about all of that. Today, you lost money. Today, how many discount we can? November, September, you get 3 months of discount. Is that good? That's okay. That's actually quite good. So doing a small position as support just right here. Normally I want 6 months worth of discount. Yeah, 6 months to 1 year worth of discount. Usually that's kind of what happened. Or that's it. What if it comes up again? There's always a pullback. As I say, eventually, a lot of people are screaming. So many people are screaming. How many people are screaming here? We have millions of people in the world. I will tell you, probably 90% of the people went all in on crypto at this moment. Crypto went to 100 from 120 Bitcoin. People will be like, 100 is the time to buy. This is all happen here. People get impatient. When is it? When is it? When is it? They're waiting and waiting, and that's what happened. Yeah. So well done to a lot of you because whenever you start not 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever that is, it will come back down. You saw already. You saw already. So most of the stock, if Meta comes down like that, that means Tesla also came down. If you let's pretend you go into Tesla like 3 months ago, very happy. You'll be like, let's have a look. Oh, when I go into Tesla, like whatever that is, it's not about, it's not about, I'm in, it's not about how you feel. This is like December time, or even if you go in just right here, I don't know what that is, September time, 3 months, everyone who got in 3 months ago, literally all lost money. Just imagine that for a second. A lot of people, Elon Musk bought it here. There's a big spike of volume. Let's put a volume here. Remember, Elon Musk put a £1 billion into this thingy. He bought it at 3.7. Yeah, this could be a strong support line, hindering things a little bit, which is what is happening right now at 40. It's hindering things a little bit. It's a support line, which is all happening right now. Yeah. So he bought 1 billion of his own stock just right there, just to show people that he has confidence in his stock. He's trying to get a 1 trillion compensation. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. Yeah. So well done to a lot of you for being the discipline, for being there. So when you are ready, just remember to look at AAIA report. When it gets around 50, 60 there, where are we just now? Yeah, there. that would be a good time for us to, that you really want to book for your for apprentice, you really want to book for your session. Now we are 49. 49 is okay. It's okay. It's okay. A lot talking about Tom Lee. Okay, Tom Lee, I back tested him literally since 5 years ago. Every day he talk about market going up. He talk about market coming down a few times, but literally all the time. Now, this is why we cannot take people who own a hedge fund. Why we cannot listen to people like Paul Tudor Jones, like these people with hedge funds, like Bridgewater, like whatever that is, like so many hedge funds, like you heard them say that, oh, and it's gonna come down, it's gonna come down. You heard Tom Lee, which is the like Cathy Wood, I told you 2020. Cathy Wood is a is like, people think she's a powerful investor at the moment, 2000, yeah. He invests in all these ARK and all of that. 2000. Okay, I was there. I was there. I was listening. I was looking at it. And then today, the new guy is Tom Lee. People talking about it. And he just started his fund 1 year ago. Hedge funds will always tell you to go up. I will tell you why. Hedge fund will always ask you to go up. I will tell you why. Let me show you something. Hedge fund will always ask you to go up. Let me tell you why. Hedge fund, they make money by you investing in them, in their stock. So the moment, if people tell them that, that means they make money by your fees, your hedge funds, your advisors, your pension, they make money by your fees. So if you put 1 million, they make money from your 1%, 5% of your 1 million. So whether they make money or not, it doesn't care. So that's what hedge funds do. That's what financial advisors do. Okay, all your hedge funds, a lot of your pension advisors, that's what they do. The more money you actually invested asset, okay, they manage, the more money they're gonna make. This is it. So imagine they come out and say, guys, it's not the right time to invest. They cannot do that. This is why they always have to invest no matter what happens. They cannot time the market. They cannot wait. Just imagine you invest to a hedge fund and a hedge fund asks you to, let's stay in cash. It will be crazy. It will be crazy. Oh, I give you the money, you stay in cash. It will be crazy. You're waiting for the right opportunity. You're waiting for cash. No. Hedge funds is always, not just hedge funds, money managers, anyone, they always stay invested because it will be ridiculous. But Warren Buffett is not really a hedge fund. Warren Buffett is one of the few people who can stay in cash. Yes, because he has an insurance company. Using his money from insurance company, he invests in stocks and shares. He just doing that. So he's not a hedge funds. Even though he's not a hedge fund, when he has cash, people already hating on him. He said, no, Warren Buffett, why are you not investing? Why are you not investing? Why are you not investing like that? Yeah. So this is why. So if you see, people keep asking you to buy and sell and stuff like that, and they own the fund, they own an advisor, they are money managers. They're just, they want the price to come down. Sometimes they say market is going to crash, but the market never crash. They're saying that, oh, market is going to crash. It will never crash. You shouldn't sell just because they say market is going to crash on hedge. If hedge fund comes out and say market is going to crash, no. The reason why they say market is going to crash, that's normally the time where they're trying to buy. Usually, not all the time. You have to back test their strategy. You have to go to their stock. You have to see you have to back test their strategy a little bit. You have to see what is their favorite strategy. Okay. Different people has different strategy. Monish Pobra has different strategy. Warren Buffett, he likes P/E ratio strategy. We talk about it, and also has to make sure it's a high growth rate. Otherwise, it's going to be a value trap. Let me go to show you the P/E ratio on Google a little bit one more time. So, Google Alphabet. So you can see that Google, even though the P ratio is super low, around 2019 historical low, you see that the growth rate of this guy are still more than 10. Okay. So you want to make sure whatever you are doing are more than 10. Okay. Around 31, around 5, 16, next 5 years, past 5 years, 16, around more than 10. Okay. So you want to make sure the growth rate is still there. Lots of people get into a trade that is not growing. For example, what is it not growing? Why is not growing? Why is not growing? PayPal, for example. I think it's quite cheap, isn't it? Let's have a look. PayPal was 12. People are screaming. PayPal was 12. Should I buy 12 PayPal PE ratio? Super low. green, super low. But if you look at the growth rate of PayPal, is like, let's have a look. PayPal this year was 15, that's okay. Next year was 9. Next 5 years was around 12. The EPS past 5 years was just around 4. Okay, it's around 7. So this is even less than SP 500. So this is what happened to the stock. PayPal was stock was going down like that. Yeah. So you need to make sure the growth rate is better. Let me show you Google again. Yeah. Also the guidance, you can look through the guidance as well. The guidance, if you look through the guidance of Google is going higher and higher. Yeah, you can look at the Google again. EPS this year was 30%. Next year is a bit low, but 16%. It's always more than 10%. Past 5 years, next 5 years, 13%, 13%. It's always more than 10%, big time. Yeah. When the P was at the lowest, where it was, doesn't mean that you should buy Google. Unfortunately, for people who have less than 100K, Google is not a stock for you to buy. Okay. Especially not now. Okay. Even if you bought, yeah, especially not now. Okay. Especially not now. Okay. Because it's quite high at the moment. You want to buy when it comes back to around 20 PE. How do you know what's the price for 20 PE? You times. Look, the EPS is around 10. 20 PE, 20 times 10, 200. So the price where you should buy is around 200. This is also the price where he bought as well. This is in July, August, September time. Okay. Not really here, guys. It's a bit too expensive. Oh, does it mean it's gonna come up? Maybe it's gonna come up, yeah. But this is the right time to make life-changing amount of money. So you can see if you buy Google just right there, because Google growth rate was around 30%, you know, EPS year to year is 30%. Remember, we want something more than 30%. When it's 30%, you have chances to double your money big time. So you can see April, Google price, a lot of students go in as well, just around some actually 140. 160, so you times 2, 300, almost 80% of your money. But if you buy what we recommend for this, it's even more powerful. Okay, but this is okay, it's almost 100%, and then the PE is super low. Anyway, let's come back right now to talk about stocks that so last week we were just talking about. Last week we were recommending some stock, like, well done for those who recommended L Scrub and stuff like that. Crypto, the best reference for crypto personally is volume. Okay, let me show you. So some students is asking, crypto is kind of a higher level training, but I'm going to show you how do you do crypto? How do you find out when the crypto is going to be like bottom and stuff like that? Volume actually helps a lot in terms of, helping you to know whether it's a bottom. Okay. So look, there's a volume spike here. You'll be like, oh, should I buy this? There's a really and this all combined together, guys. When it all combined together, if you go to weekly chart, it's huge. Okay, let's just go to weekly chart to see if it's okay or not. Uh, Mini monthly chart. Yeah, there's a spike of volume just right there. There's a bottom spike of volume just right there. And you can see a lot of people gathering around here. There's a spike of volume just right there. And then you see more. This, spike of volume just right there. And there's a daily probability is easier to see. There's a spike of volume here showing 80 could be the bottom. And then now we don't have any volume, guys. It's just you doing it. If you buy it, it's just probably just you. There's no one, a lot of people. No, usually there's a lot of people, a lot of people. Bitcoin is one of these things where there is no productive value. That means if you buy Bitcoin, you are seeing it only. It's like gold, you are seeing it. It's not making you money. But if you buy stock, you get dividend, you get the company is making money, you are an investor, you can do many things. Bitcoin, you buy it, you see it. Okay, you are seeing it. It's like gold, you are seeing it. It's not a productive asset. Yeah, so a lot of them due to supply and demand. So if things is contributed by supply and demand, write that down. you must look at the volume because Bitcoin has no productive value. It's not really make more money, make more money. No, no one is making money on Bitcoin other than buying and selling. But stocks, people are making money. People are making money every day. When we're talking, people are paying to Apple right now. People are paying Meta right now. People are paying Netflix right now. Subscription is going on Netflix right now. But no one is paying on Bitcoin right now, guys. It's just people buying. It's like what's the game again? It's not a zero-sum game, but it's a game where a stupid person is selling to another better person, something like that. Yeah. So if you sell, if you buy here, you're buying your Bitcoin from this guy, something like that. Yeah, because it's just based on supply and demand like that. Okay. But anyway, so that's just to answer her questions about Suki for the lesson. Well done, May. Okay, now question what's going on right now. So let's go to your homework right now. If you've done your homework, type in the chat box. So last week we recommend some homework. Some people do it really well. Generac, people also make money on Generac. Let's have a look. This year, lowering its full year sales guidance approximately flat as compared to last year. This compared. So previous was 2 to 5, now flat. Flat is 0. Generac, let's have a look. We recommend on that day. Let's have a look. If you go in Genera, exactly where we talk about here, it came back down like that beautifully using our 8 set trading powerful strategy while the rest is going up. Okay. So you can see if you do this, if you do stock like that, you know, do the homework, you see money is going to be printing. So it's good to prepare like that. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now, I'm gonna go through your homework. So if you your homework, send me your link. It's a lot easier to send me your link rather than me opening in that. Otherwise, it's gonna be buffering. Cool, let's read this. Well done. Ernos said previous. Just say on the chat box, host and panelists, so only I can see. Expect previous 35. So it's a buy. Yes, nice. 44%. If you look at it carefully, maybe if it is EPS is more than 44, revenue more than 44, we can buy this when the market valuation or Morningstar says negative 10. Okay, this can be put on the watch list to buy. Yeah. Well done. Really good. Expand. Let's have a look. So the expect deliveries still 36%. Okay. So Q3 was 36, 42, 37, 31. We want to compare Q4 to Q4, okay? Because cars is something with season. Christmas, people probably not gonna buy car. I don't know. Summer, probably gonna buy more cars. So when cars is season, we have to go to season to season. So Q4 to Q4. Well done. Let's have a look. So this is Q3 now. So it's around 36 to 44. What about another Q3? Was 87, 91, 15, and like that. Okay, still actually, last time was 44, now 36. So a lot of our students might already shorted this when the news comes out on the 17th because last year it was increased 44% during Christmas time. Now, during winter time, it was just 36%. It's a little bit drop. Okay, you can back test it to see if it happened before. But let's look at Xpeng real quick. Let's see. I think it's this one. Where are we? So Xpeng was doing that. Okay, crazy. So 17 was just here. Interesting. Very interesting. We're just doing that. Okay, can we short them? If this is the US, I would short them if this is in the US. Yeah, kind of the back test a little bit. Okay, let's back test now. So you remember we don't just add position like that. We always have to go back in time to see, okay, if I short using the same hypothesis right now compared to last time, would I be making money? So you look at it last time, okay, when it decreased. So let's see, Q2 was 142%. Q2 was what? 6.7%, 94%. So it went up. So it's supposed to went up. So it went up, okay? Because 94% last time is only 6%. So it went up good. So what about Q1? 100% and Q1 was 48%, a little bit like that. So it's supposed to go up. So it pull back first before it start going back up. Okay, this is good to know. And then we have done Q3, Q2, Q1. Let's go to Q4. Q4 was 129% year over year revenue. You go back to Q4 again. Where is Q4? Here. And let me look at the date. This is 25. Q4 would just be here. 43%. So 129, 43. So it's supposed to go up. Okay. So on the 18th of March, it's supposed to go up. But because of tariffs and stuff like that, so it's a bit tricky there. But it's supposed to go up nicely. But let's continue to see if any shorting one. So Q3, let me compare to Q3, Q3. This is like plotting 3 years is nice. So you can see 17.2147. So it's supposed to be a drop. Okay, let's read it carefully again. Deliveries was 59, increase 168. Now increased 44, but the revenue was 17. This revenues was 147. Let's look at the number 12 billion, 15 billion. Yeah, it's actually a little bit low. This is 59, this is 87. Deliveries was increased, but the money 12 to the 15 is not there. So even though it's supposed to come down, and what it did, it actually go up. So it's good to know that. So let's look at the next one, Q1 to Q1. Okay. So let's look at this. This is 6.7. This is 36.8. So it went lower. Everything was lower, I think. Let's have a look. 2.5, 36. So if I compare, this is Q2. This is Q2. Okay, let's Q1 is here. Okay, Q1 is 48. This is 36. So it's went up 25, 36. But revenue is more important. I like revenue more. Um, let's have a look. Revenue, the representing year decreased approximately 36. Revenue was 4.5. And then Q1 revenue was 7, almost double their revenue. So you should expect on the Q1 here, price to go up. It did went up a little bit there. Okay, let's go at Q2. Q2 is 6.7. And then the Q2 we have is here, 34. Okay, this is the interesting one. So you can see carefully, 31, 34. This is 2, 6.7. So it's actually lower. So you should expect this to come down, but it didn't. It actually went up. So so it's not very, 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 I mean, maybe because it's not in the US, so maybe it's not very, very reliable in terms of the guidance. Actually, I don't think so. You're giving me guidance. I'm so sorry. What you're giving me is deliveries to be between. I accept the delivery to be between. Okay, it's actually guidance. Very good. Yeah, they're all guidance because it's a between. When I see between, then it's a guidance. Okay, it's not a past tense. I don't see any past tense here, so it's not a guidance. So well done. Cool. So after backtesting this Q2 with this Q2 because this is supposed to be going down because it's lower, it didn't. So it's just saying that at this moment in time, we will not be shorting this guy at this moment in time, even though the revenue and deliveries is lower. Is it lower? Q3, Q3, 24, 35, 44. Very difficult to see. Deliveries 87, 125, 21 like that. Mm. But when the stock market crashed, this will gonna continue to crash as well. So well done, really, really good. This is some really interesting, interesting company. Xpeng is a electric company. It's a competitor of Tesla. Let's go to the next one. You can see the price move very similar to Tesla if I look carefully. Do you remember Tesla was having this on there, and this is having that as well. I mean, Yeah, Tesla was having this top. Tesla top was in December though. Okay. Anyway, well done. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so you got that. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Well done. Awesome. Who else? Really good. Mm, um, not sure what you're sending me. Well done, well done. I love that as well. Okay, let's have a look. Um, what date is this? November 10. Okay, let's do this. I think you talked about it last week, no? Okay, let's look at this. Where's the graph? We need the graph, yeah? Please plot the graph. In order to book for your one-to-one, please plot the beautiful graph. I can't see the graph. Okay, please plot the graph or at least actually. But this is nice though. But these are not guidance. These are guidance. Expect is guidance. We'll continue. Actually, this might be guidance. Added over okay, 25 million. And we want to compare to one before. I think we did it last week, no? 24. This is, did we? Um, Lulu, Toyota. You want to have something to compare with, yeah, boss? November, then okay, that's very good. What about the one before? Because you always have to compare the one before. Yeah, very good. Just do the one before. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it now. For those people who have no idea how to do market screener, how to make money big time, like last week we recommended Air Sculptor. Let me show you how I go into this Air Sculptor. Because a lot of people still do not know how to do. Let me just show you how we found Air Sculptor in 10, 30 minutes by filtering it super fast. Let me show you. Where is it? Isn't this one, I think. If we can't find it, we can't find it. That's fine. Ooh, very loud, very loud. Okay, let's make it lower. Full year, expect. That's it. We go to market screener one by one. Let me see. Add stop. So we go to a lot of no. This is no. We skip it. Air sculpture. For the year, expect revenue 153 compared to 11. This was last week. You can see, we recommend this. Why do we talk about this? Technology update for company, expect revenue 153. Revenue is a very important thing. Previous 160. So I spot that and I put on watch list. That's it. So look. It's 7 there by 160. Yeah, put on the watch list just like that. Okay? Let me show you exactly how to do it now because some people do not know how to do it. In order to book for your one-to-one, oh, I want to say congratulations for a lot of these people as well, who just joined. Well done. I think we got Carlo, nice, and a lot. Janos as well, nice. Please do this as well. Uh, Hey Jenna, how are you? You got third just with okay, anyway, let me continue. What am I typing? I'm typing market screener, go to news, go to all news, and then go to guidance. Yeah. So this is it. That is it. And we are still looking for what we are looking for, profit warnings, because thinking the market will correct a little bit. So we're still gonna do profit warning. You can do guidance. Profit warning means looking for shorting trades. Right, but why are we still looking for shorting trades? I don't know. Let's have a look. So KBR, that's the first one. You click on it. Okay, let's change the date first. All countries. Okay, let's just do all countries. So let's just remove everything and then we put it all again. Just put it all again. A lot of students VIP training, your what is actually for 12 weeks, your weekly call. But let's continue. Let's open it up and then where are we? Australia slum Xpeng soft guidance. I think this is what you call. Okay, let's open it one more time. Produksu upgrade gambling. You see, I just click it. Right? Why don't you click everything? Upgraded. This is nothing. I'm talking about guidance. I'm looking at future. Lowest target. This is guidance. This is okay. Slightly revises. Japan. I don't like Japan. Write that down. We don't look at Japan. We never look at Japan. That because they are too much of guidance. Their guidance doesn't really work beautifully. And then we've got what? Cut marketing just right here. And then we've got what? Let's see. Tom Kanki's update guidance just right there. 17. Service provider revenue meets basically any word we like guidance a little bit. Actually, you can go to all of them and you go to companies individually. Okay, you can go to all of them and go to companies individually. When you ask doing that as well. Poised the quarter shares below expectation. Financial full year. Let's look at that. Lower. And then once we found it, we plot the 18 graphs beautifully. BME swing November. You just go through that. Just go through that. Sound thinking. That's it. Let's see if we found it. If we found it, we found it. If you don't find it, that's fine. You can see the market is crashing because there are so many negativity, so many profit warnings going down. Usually there's nothing. Usually there's nothing going on. But anyway, let's look at one by one now. So the first one, revises revenue low end. Low end is still at the range. In order to make money, it has to be outside of the range. That's the first part. Okay? That's the first part. So let's remove that. What is this? Xpeng, let's read this. Losses vehicle positive. We see a bright guided. Okay, let's the guided for 21 equivalent to 3 billion. Oh, we need to see what happened before as well. Okay, you didn't really say what happened before. That's okay. Losses in line for quarter slightly positive. We see a bright future. No, no. We see a bright future average. That's okay. So oh, really, what are you looking for? I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for the previous and now change in the percentage. The whole sentence here, it didn't say anything. Sharp fell, past tense, you don't look at it. This one, nothing going on. Past tense, past tense. These are all past tense. The only one that says something is this sentence. But they didn't give me what happened before. Guided means guidance. Okay, we need to see what happened before, and I'm also looking for some negative words on that one. That's not really that. But anyway, Plotsu updates its earning guidance to be comparable single digit growth announced previously for the year to be compared with high single digit stable total like for like in fiscal. This is it. What is like for like? Because different countries will give you different terms. This is France. So let's use AI to tell us what is like for like. So ChatGPT, what is like for like this? Oops. Yep, this ChatGPT what is like for like. Like for like in a financial growth using same scope. It's not saying nothing. Stable like for like. Previously, high single digit. Now, like for like means no growth. It's gonna be flat. This is it. Because it's French, they use some French wording here. So you will be shorting this stock on the 17 or 11. So let's just copy this. This is it. So this is you done one stop, but you just have to plot the graph. So I will put 18 November. How do you plot the graph? I'm actually going to show you how to plot the graph. Very powerful for a lot of people. Here, plug C, you type short because, copy and paste the whole thing there. Where is it? Let me see. I think it's here, like that. I mean, let's just copy the important bit, which is, where is it? this one. Uh, yeah, like that. So this is like for like means it's flat, zero. It's high single. Last time was 9, now it's 0. So we short plug C. Let's see plug C, what's going on. PLUX. I might come back to Xpeng, okay? Let's plug C. So, yep, it's coming down like this. Wow, crazy. Okay, interesting. Next one. So what do you do after this? You put it on there. You plot, you click this pencil, put arrow, put it there, copy and paste exactly what we did, and then put the text again, put the text here, put it here, click it. That's it. You've done 1 quarter. So you go back to another quarter by going to the investor website. Type plug C investor, go to the financial statement and find the guidance and plot it there and put another graph, the time, and copy and paste there. And you done it. And you put it for around 8 quarters so you can backtest properly. Yeah? Well done. Next one. Next one, we're gonna look at to make a lot of money. This is plug C, we done that. Remain uncertain, Brazil government. Expect total revenue to be stable means it's the same. Beyond, okay. Caution regulatory changes. Wow. So if there, do you need to know what regulatory changes is? Because if it changes, that means it's not a time to short anymore. Okay, because sometimes things will change. Look at DeFi, revised earning guidance to be 1116. Previous was 218, almost 100% drop, I think. Revenue forecast to is primarily delay, forecast proliferation, treasury. The company, the strong balance sheet. So let's short this guy, guys. DeFi. A lot of people who have shorted this on this date and they make a lot of money, especially our apprentices. Let me show you. Using strategy, 14. This news is announced on the 14th. So you could have looked at this on the 14th, not now, because it's 100% drop in what? So these are these things you can just short and you can just scream. It's 100% drop. Now is 100 million. Previously was 200 million. It's 100% drop. So you would have shorted, a lot of students have already shorted using our powerful trading strategy. Just like that on the 14th. Let's see if you fall short on the 14th, we're going to make money or not. I haven't looked at it yet, but a lot of our students should have made money according to what they sent to me. Okay, there's so many DeFi. So which DeFi are we talking about exactly? So let's have a look. DeFi technology, is it the same one? Let's have a look. So on the daily time frame, so okay, it's already been going down like that, big time, going down like that, big time. Okay, 17, 13. Yeah, it's still going down slowly and gradually like that. Okay, interesting. Wow, this looks new to me. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's been going down, which is okay. Cool. The next one that I'm going to talk about after DeFi, Kateya. Let's read this real quick. Provide guidance, remain on track. So on track means it's probably the same. Okay, that's it. We don't read these all past tense. We don't really read that. Tomaki. Let's have a look on the Tomaki. 171. Very, very similar. Yeah, but it's interesting though. Tomaki revises for the year. Expect Euro this against 7. It's actually going up, but this is going down. You kind of need to learn more about that. Under Armour 56, 19. It was going up. Why is it on profit? Oh, this is a loss. Loss of 56 now compared to previous was 19. Wow, what's going on with this Under Armour? Um, wow. You guys are not buying Under Armour anymore? A lot of our students would have already shorted these since you can see Under Armour are talking about the loss of 56 million. Last time was making 19 million. So from making money to losing money. Under Armour. Yeah. A lot of students will have already shorted it. If you've done the homework, you've already, you know, put on this on the 13th of November. It's not today, guys. It's on the 13th. I'm looking at the exact website. So you can see lots of students already shorted on the 13th. A lot of our apprentices screaming on the 13th, making a lot of profits like this. Yeah. We did the homework. So well done. Let's look at the next ones as well. So that's Under Armour. What else have we got? Red Cat. What is it? Lower guidance range to between 34. So I need to know what happened before. So you have to go through that. So yeah, all of these you have to plot the 8 quarters graph. Okay. Growth, let's have a look. Um, 172 lower end. Lower end is still at the end. So that's not good enough. I want to be outside of the end because they give you a range. Lower end means it's at the end. That's not good. It has to be outside of the end. Reduce 570. Before was 600. A little bit drop. Okay. A little bit. Nexon. Lowest guidance, expectation, present growth 6. What is it saying? Despite meeting expectation, now expect approximately 95% of the full year. So 95% of the full year. So a little bit of the drop, but still 95. Arden, there's the guidance. Okay, now 200 previously was 245. That's okay, not too bad. Sound thinking. I'm looking for more than 10%, more than like never happened before, 20%. Revises decline 4%. As a result, company lowers its full year guidance 100 to approximately 104. We could potentially short this. It's around 10% drop. Sound thinking. Probably the last one. A lot of the students already shorted this probably on the 12th of November as well. Why? Because it went from 110 to 104. A little bit of the drop. It's not on IG. That's fine. We don't need to put it on then. Yeah, usually we'll put it on. Cool. That's kind of what happened. Expand potentially. You can do a note. Expand, you can practice a little bit. Maybe we will come back. Let's click expand a little bit. Yeah, potentially. Let's read expand properly to see what's going on with expand. So go on Market Screener. If you want to know more about a company type expand on Market Screener, they literally tell you everything you need to know about the company here. Yeah, this is a very powerful website that apprentices also get to use it for free. So let's have a look. Um, so we are on track 19 reports delivery result, earning guidance, auto jump, breaks, rise. Yeah, this is based in China, adjusted earnings, financial result, narrow loss, weak. Hmm. Yeah, I still kind of need to back test exactly to see what happened. We did it just now. Sometimes when it drop, the price doesn't drop. Yeah. Okay. Margin rose 21 versus. Okay. Cool. That's what happened. Take a screenshot of this guy. If the market went up, maybe all of this is not going to go to where we want, but give it the practice. Put it on your, if you are new, make sure you put it on so you know exactly what is gonna happen. So you understand it and you feel it. Yeah. So take a screenshot of this watch list. Awesome. Cool. Hope you learned something new today. Let's see what happened to the market right now. You don't have to keep looking at it. You just there's no need to keep staring at the screen, looking at the market and stuff like that. The most important thing is just go market valuation. Yeah, when it comes to the right price, then that would be nice. Now let me tell you what is tricky about the market right now. Let's have a look. So let's see what's tricky about the market right now. Okay, let's study a little bit. So you see. Um, let's see. Okay. So there's a spike here, a really huge spike here. A huge spike here. The market went up like that. You know, let's see, where is this spike? Wow, this spike is here. So you can see even the spike, it was taking some time before it spiked back up. So when you see the spike, oh, I mean, this might be a fake spike. I see. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see. Interesting. Cool. So yeah, sit tight. So excited for my apprentices. Make sure you book your call so we can go in to select individual stock that's gonna go up big time. Mel, you did yours. Let me just look at yours real quick. Nice. Let's see your beautiful things from our beautiful Mel. Let's see. This is what? Abifa Outlook 4343 is the same, yeah? Revenue 4343 is the same. Nothing to buy, nothing to short. Let me zoom it smaller. Hmm. Perion, what is this? Guidance for transcript, Perion. Okay, let's look at Perions as well. Where's the graph for Perion? Maybe it's here. Yeah, I look at that. This is very similar. So what about this share price? Good. I love your calculation. You're trying to calculate and everything, which is good. But literally just did what we do just now. We just want to make sure the reason why we get on to, certain stock like Generic Holding, because they give very clear answer. Lowering their sales guidance to flat means zero. Compare to last year. What was last year? 225. So obviously it's a drop. It's a very clear drop. So Generac, a lot of our students shorted this since when? Since 4th of November. Let's look, you know, Generac, just like that. Um, let's see. Yeah, just coming back down just like that. Awesome. Very, very excited. For a lot of you, um, yeah, being patient, and is more important than any before. So very excited for those who need to book a call, text me, and we can take it from there. Yeah, especially if you're on the apprentices. Awesome. Yeah, just text me, send me a text, and then we'll take it from there. Watch week 3 video, last video again, just to know how to book a call. You're welcome, Marian. If anything, let me know, but I'll speak to you soon. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Well done. Well done. Also, we have RJ, we have Ali here, long time. We have Almi, congratulations. We have Arma. Hope you are doing well. Sorry about your wife was fiance. We got Ann also. We have Armin doing real Bavika. Nice Bobby. We have Camila, Carlo, Chihan, Claire. We have David. Awesome. Well done, Claire. I'm gonna speak to you later on as well. You booked a call. We have Divina, nice. We have Evelyn. We have Iona. We have Jack. We have Janos. We have Jay. We have Sean. We have Josh. We have Kim. We have Lance. We have Laura. We have Liu. We have Lizzie. Oh, Mario saying thanks. We have Mel. We have Michael. Hi, May. Hope you are doing well. Long time, May. Hope you find this helpful. We have Oren, we have Pao, we have Paula, we have Simon Suki. Awesome, David. Talk to you soon. You're welcome. Rishma saying thank you. Ajay saying thank you. Leopold saying thanks. Mel saying thanks. Stan saying thanks. Marian saying thanks. Awesome. Speak to you guys soon. Good night, Minka. See you soon. Bye bye.